Hey everyone, and welcome to another All About RVs video. Today we're going to take a look at this brand new 2021 and a half R-Pod 193 by Forestriver RV. We're going to take a few minutes, walk you through the inside and the outside of the RV, then we're going to close it all up, show you what it looks like closed. This is the new mid-year model change, so all new graphics, new colors, wood, everything's changed up a little bit from last video I did on this model. Check it out. All right, guys, we're now up inside this brand new 2021 and a half R-Pod 193. We're gonna spin our way through the RV here and then head outside, show you around there as well. So we're gonna start here looking at the kitchen area. You have some overhead cabinets up top, decent amount of space there. On the side of the cabinet, you have your IRV technology radio with an HDMI and USB input. Below that is some light switches along with your awning and your slide out switch as well. You have a hood range light and fan there above the stove, so you can exhaust out all the smoke from cooking in here. You have the window back there, again, does open, so you'll be able to kind of look out over the campsite area as well. The 2-burner gas stovetop does have the little flip up and down glass lid. So when you're not using it, you can put it down, get a little more counter space. But when you are using it, it'll flip up and kind of act as a backsplash. And you also have the large single bowl sink there that you've seen in the picture as well. And that is an undermount sink, and you have the high-rise faucet there. Down below is your propane leak detector, the convection microwave, so you can cook or microwave either one, and some storage. On the side of the cabinet there is your little pet-friendly bowl. Also has the fire extinguisher, electric outlet, and you have the monitor panel for your holding tanks, the gas water heater switch, and your water pump switch as well. Now the unit has the 6 cubic foot Dometic gas and electric refrigerator. Decent size refrigerator for a small RV like this. Just below that is the electric box with the breakers and fuses. The central vacuum system, which has the dustpan vac feature. So you take a broom, this is all linoleum in here, but you take a broom and sweep it right up in there. It does not come with hoses. If you want the hoses, you would have to purchase that aftermarket through the vacuum company's website, actually. The factory set it up basically just for that dustpan vac feature. So again, you could take a broom and just sweep things right into it. To the right of that is the furnace, which is a propane furnace. Now your furnace and air conditioner control, along with the solar charger control, are both right there on the wall next to the bathroom door, in between the bunk area there. That is a digital thermostat, so you can set the air conditioner and the furnace, and it's a little bit more accurate than the old analog versions. You can see your air conditioner up top there. That is the Coleman air conditioner, 13,500 BTU AC standard. You have a couple speakers up here in the roof as well, and then a couple speakers you'll see outside when we get out there. Now I like the little bunk area here for the kids. It does have the ladder built in, where some brands and some models don't have a ladder built in. So it's a little bit easier for the kids to get up and down here. On the left-hand side here, you do have a decent sized pantry area there. You'll notice there is a lock on the bathroom door here, so you can actually lock it when you need to go in there and use it. We'll pop up a few pictures of this too, so it's a little easier to see. But you do have the foot flush toilet in here. Panning on up here, you have a turbo exhaust fan in the ceiling as well to exhaust out all the moisture and stuff. There is a skylight up above the shower area. And then back there is a little linen closet area. So you can store some of your towels and washcloths and stuff back in here. And you also have a little shower area here with a little sink built in. And it also has the shower miser now on the R-Pod, which is a water saving feature for you boondockers. And you also have a little pull across curtain there. But overall, a fairly decent size bathroom area here. There's an electric outlet down here along with a light switch for the light in here. Now over here on the left we have the slide out, which is basically the sofa slide, along with another little storage compartment there on the left with a couple drawers as well. Now there's a little hanging bar in there too, so you could use that for a clothes hanger. Now this sofa does fold down and make into a bed, so you could sleep an extra smaller person there if you needed to. You have overhead cabinets above the couch there. Nice big window as well behind you. The table here is completely freestanding, so you can take that outside, use it as a small little picnic table if you're out there grilling out or whatever. So you can kind of do what you need to do with that, or just leave it at home if it's in your way and you don't want it. Up front here, you have some storage underneath of this sofa. Now that sofa will actually flip down, and the queen bed will actually come down as well. You can see pop up there in the picture. So at nighttime, you got you a nice comfy bed. During the day, you have extra seating in there. So you can seat 5 or 6 people in here fairly comfortably, which is kind of nice because a lot of bunkhouses have seating for about 2 or 3, and everybody else ends up sitting at the floor or the dinette. Now on the side over here, there's electric outlet, USB charger port, and you also have the inverter switch on-off button there when you do the solar feature. You only get that if you do the solar feature, otherwise that's not there. You'll still get the electric outlet and USB charger on both sides though. Up here we have the 28-inch LED 12-volt TV. Nice feature here again for you boondock campers. That is a 12-volt powered TV, so if you are off the grid kind of thing, you could, assuming you're within antenna range, you could turn on the TV and try and pick up a local station there to catch up with the news or whatever you need to. But overall, pretty cool, small RV, nice little unit here. Now we're gonna run to the outside. I wanna show you around the outside, and then we're gonna come back in and close it up. So I wanna show you what it looks like closed as well. We'll be right back on the outside. All right, guys, we're back on the outside of this new R-Pod 193 trailer here. And as you've seen at the beginning, whole new graphics look for the mid-year model change setup, guys. So you have a mostly white fiberglass exterior, and then in the lower portion of the sidewall is gray, kind of a honeycomb effect in the middle there to break things up. Pass-through storage going across the front section there. The door is held up by a magnetic holder. You have heavy-duty scissor jacks on all 4 corners to help stabilize the RV. Double entrance step to get you in and out, has the aluminum step plate. Decent size awning for a unit like this, and it is power, so you push a button, it goes in and out. Has the manual override in the head up here. And then the arms are tiltable and adjustable for kind of helping the water run off the direction you need it to on a rainy day. You have the new black entry door here, which does have the window built in. Large folding entry handle there just to kind of help you get in and out of the RV. And you also have your model number next to that. So if you're looking around at a dealer's lot, look there next to the door, find the model number of the unit you like, take a picture of it with your phone so you can talk with your salesperson about it. Just below that is the sticker that talks about Asdale. The R-Pod camper is basically built with fiberglass exterior on your siding here. And that fiberglass is attached to a Azdel composite material, which is man-made, instead of a wood Luan board. So if it leaks, say a window leaks or the door leaks or the refrigerator panel leaks, if something were to leak, that water is not going to rot out that Luan board that the fiberglass is attached to because it's not there. It's an Azdel composite material. So a lot less likely to have delamination issues. Now other things like cabinets and stuff could get damaged, but it's not going to ruin your sidewall completely. So that's real important when it comes to an upgrade to how fiberglass is installed. Now you do have the little outdoor kitchen area right here. So you've got your little suburban griddle here and a little table there for prepping. Just in behind there is also an electric outlet back there. So if you need to plug something in, you can do that as well. Little cold water spray port just behind the wheel here hanging down. So you can spray down some stuff here if you need to, have a little water access. Black tank flush located right there to clean out the toilet as well. And then you have your furnace exhaust out right there. You have two outdoor speakers up top. You also have your porch light and your stove exhaust vent right there. The big black square panel is the access panel for the refrigerator for maintenance and venting purposes. On around to the back side of the RV here, you have a 4-inch square tube bumper. A lot of people store their dump hoses in there. You have your spare tire on the back. And then you have a ladder that goes up and down the back as well. The unit is pre-wired for a backup camera or observation camera. That's the little black thing up top there in the middle. And I would recommend the observation camera by Furrion. If you are interested in that, talk with your salesperson about that. It's kind of nice to be able to use it while you're driving down the road and see behind you. Now you can also see up top there, we'll pop up the picture here. This one was ordered again with the solar panel feature. So it has the little 100-watt solar panel up there. Also see your air conditioners, some skylights, plumbing stack vents, your TV antenna all up there. Those things are all sealed with some sealer, and you want to get up there from time to time and inspect that stuff and make sure that it doesn't crack open over time and leak. So make sure you do inspect that from time to time, guys. Your detachable power cord on the rear right here, and that's probably about, I'd say, 25 or 30 foot cord roughly. Cable and satellite inlets right there next to it. And then just down below is your dump area for your gray and black tank. So one dump on this model. And there's also low point water drains there too. So for winterizing purposes. Then you have your storage compartment right here underneath the bunk area for more outside storage there. That door is also held up by a magnetic holder. 6-gallon gas electric water heater right there. You can see in the picture popping up the electric switch in the lower left corner, and then your drain plug there in the middle, 1 1/16 socket for that. Don't forget to pull the pressure relief valve to let the pressure off before you start to drain the water so it don't shoot all over you. The slide out is also prepped with the slide out awning topper brackets by Wholesaler. So if you are interested in adding a slide out awning topper to the RV at some point, those two brackets are already screwed right in, and the gutter track, the black track running down the roof line here, already has the awning track built into it. So basically all you've got to do is remove the gutter extension on the end right there, slide the awning down the track, then attach it to those brackets, and then put your set screws in, and you're pretty much ready to roll. Pull your safety pins out and it'll roll in and out with the slide. So it's kind of nice. The factory's already setting it up for that. Now slide toppers are nice in the fact that they do cover the top of the room, so it shades the room. It helps repel some of the water because sometimes the wind's blowing it under there anyway, but it does help repel some of the water, leaves, twigs, debris, that type of stuff. So it's got some nice bonuses to it. R-Pod on this model is a single axle. They do have a dual axle version called the 202, but all the other R-Pods so far are single axle at the moment. Nice setup here. It has a torsion flex independent axle suspension, so it is a softer ride than a traditional leaf spring. On around to the front side here, you have the city water inlet and your gravity fill freshwater tank fill just above. And then directly down below is the freshwater tank drain. And there's a little cap that screws on to that to keep it from draining out when you're wanting to use it. Now over here you have the other side of the storage compartment, and if you look up in there, when you do the solar panel package, it also has a 1,000-watt inverter up there screwed to the top of that section right there. And now that 1,000-watt inverter runs some of the electric plugs in the camper. So if you are a boondock type of person and you're out there kind of camping on the wild instead of at a campground, that's a nice feature to have. You get some electricity, and you also have your solar panel kind of recharging things on a sunny day. Now on to the front side here, you have a windshield in the front. Has a nice roll slope back to that front end right there so that it's less wind drag when towing it around instead of a traditional flat front. You kind of see that fifth wheel over there, how more flat it is right there. So these are being towed by smaller vehicles. So having less wind drag really helps that smaller vehicle out. Power tongue jack with the built-in light that you're seeing up here also has the manual override in it as well if needed. Single 20-pound propane tank under the bottle cover there. Now some customers choose to do two 20-pound tanks aftermarket. Talk with a sales guy about that if that interests you or not. But just remember, you're adding roughly about 40 pounds extra to the front of the RV when you do that, because you have the weight of the bottle, you have the weight of the new rack system, a little bit heavier cover that has to go on it, the regulator that needs to be upgraded to a dual stage regulator. So you're adding a little bit of extra weight to the tongue weight. So if you have one of those smaller vehicles that is, kind of borderline on towing something, remember that, be a little cautious there. Same thing on the battery setup. The unit comes with one deep cycle interstate battery from Couch's RV Nation. Comes with 0 from the RV factory. But there's room to add a second one. And if you are going to add that second one, remember that extra weight there. So kind of keep that stuff in mind as you guys are calculating out your weights. Now in the front corner down there is a battery disconnect, that red switch down there. So when you store the RV or done using it, you just flip that off to help keep your battery from going dead. There is also a little holder there for your electric plug, your 7-way Bargman plug there, to just kind of stick that down in. The unit takes a 2-inch hitch ball. There's safety chains and breakaway cable also attached there. Now, one thing I kind of skipped over and forgot about was the weight stickers. We're going to pop up the gross vehicle weight sticker here, and that gross vehicle weight sticker tells you the most you can load the camper up to before you overload it, damaging it basically. So that's the most that you can have on the axle and your tongue weight at the same time. The next sticker is going to be your unloaded weight, which is what the camper rolled off the factory assembly line. Next is going to be your carrying capacity, which is basically telling you how much weight you can pack into it before you hit your gross weight. And then the next sticker is your tire sticker. Now, tire sticker is real important, guys. It tells you your tire pressure. Make sure you check your tire pressure before all your trips. That way you're safe there. Tires are only rated to hold a certain amount of weight at a certain pressure. If you let that tire pressure drop too low, it cannot hold the weight of the camper properly, and they tend to blow out. So real important to check your tire pressure, guys. All right, we're gonna head back inside. I'm gonna close it up, show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, guys, we're now back up inside this new Rpod 193 model here. And I wanna show you what it looks like with the slide closed. So first thing you gotta do when you do close up the slide is you do have to put this bed back up. So the sofa, it has to be in sofa mode basically. When the sofa and bed come down, it actually blocks the end of the slide out there. So make sure that is up and out of the way. That's an important thing to do. Make sure there's nothing else in the floor or in front of the slide out or anything when you go to bring it in. Now back over here to our control panel, we got our slide button again. And this is the in-wall slide by Lippert. Schwintek is what it used to be called. It's 12 volt, so you just push a button and the slide comes straight in and straight out. It's real simple to operate. And it's all the way in. So when it's in, you can see you still have full access to everything except for the queen bed. But if anything else, you need to come in, load your groceries, the kids want to come in, use the bathroom, whatever, while you're stopping at a rest area or doing whatever, you can come in and do basically everything except sleep in the queen bed. And then to take it back out, all you got to do is hit the button. Again, guys, be sure to like, share, subscribe if you're interested in keeping up with more of my videos on these campers for you. Trying to update all the new stuff as it rolls in and out of here. Again, mid-year model change happens usually around August, September time frame for the RV industry. So a lot of this stuff is all new for mid-year. And then they will change their title year usually around March or April every year. So what you're seeing right now should be good to around that next year, around August timeframe. But this will basically be the early 22 version that they'll call it around March or April. They always change titles before they actually change product. All right, guys, thanks again for checking out the video.